Hey everybody, it's a Wednesday morning and I'm going to do a little video for you guys today. This video is geared more at newer agents, but there will be some things in here that veterans can benefit from. I actually kind of reminded myself of something while I was creating it. I'm going to deal with an issue today that I think is very, very common, especially with newer agents. We hear volume. Agents go, I sell 1 million, I sell 3 million, I sell 10 million. But a lot of agents don't really understand what that means. They hear a big number, but a lot of agents, when I ask and coaching clients, when I'm teaching, they don't really understand how to break that down. They don't really understand what it means to do that. So today I'm going to try to answer this question. What does it take to do a $3 million year? And where this is valuable to people that are already past that is this can be duplicated, tripled, quadrupled, etc. So today, I just want to look at a $3 million in volume year. That's a goal a lot of newer agents have. That's a number a lot of newer agents haven't hit yet. So we're just going to break it down so you really can see what it means. Now, to do that, I got to make a few assumptions. I'm going to use a fairly low average sale price so that this pertains to people in a lot of the country. If you're in a market where the prices are much, much higher, these numbers change, but the point will be the same. But I'm going to use a $250,000 average sale price. That's actually lower than our average here in Columbus, Ohio, where I'm based. But newer agents tend to sell a lot of first-time home buyers. They do tend to sell a lot of lower-priced properties. So it's a pretty good number here. So let's assume $250,000 per closing. Let's assume that you're finding your business. You're not buying leads. You're not getting team leads. You're not getting leads from your broker. You're actually going out and finding your own business. And let's assume you're actually going to put the work in, because no matter what anyone shows you, teaches you, ideas they give you, if you're not putting in the work, everything else is kind of a moot point. So there's our assumptions for today. So what does a $3 million year actually look like? Well, if it's $250,000 per sale, that's 12 closings. And 12 closings is one closing a month. Obviously, if your average sale price is $500,000, it's 6 closings, etc. The numbers will vary. But using our example, it's 12 closings a month. I'm sorry, 12 closings, one closing a month. That's what a $3 million year actually means. It's not selling $3 million, it's selling $250,000 12 times. Or 500,000 6 times. That's how you need to look at the year. Don't look at the big number. Look at the steps that get you to the big number. So what's your job? Your job, if you want to do $3 million and your average price is $250,000, your job is to secure one closing per month. That's your job. It's not to sell 12 houses or $3 million. Your job is to secure one closing per month. And obviously, if you do 2 this month or 3 this month, that gets you ahead of pace or catches you up. But your job is to get one closing per month. National study, and it's been fairly consistent for years. The average agent closes 1 in 4 good, strong prospects. What is a strong prospect? That means that it's someone who's qualified to buy or sell and is going to buy or sell in the next 12 months and is not already 100% locked in with an agent. That doesn't mean that you meet 4 people and you get 4 clients from it, because people will use different realtors. You meet people at open houses, you're not going to get everyone. But the average agent, if you meet 4 good prospects, you're going to have a closing. The more experienced, the better you are. That could go to 1 in 3 or 1 in 2. But with the national average, and the fact that you're watching this video tells me that you're ahead of average agents, by the way, because most agents would never take the time to watch any kind of training or any kind of video. So, but let's assume 1 in 4 good prospects. What does that mean? That means that really what you need to do is find 4 good prospects per month or 1 per week. That means doing an open house once a month. That means talking to your sphere. That means doing things. But if you can find 1 good prospect per month, study and mathematically, you're going to have a closing every month. And if you do $250,000 average, you're going to hit your $3 million number. I love math because math doesn't change. Statistics don't change. You just need to meet one good prospect per week. Now, it actually can get easier because remember, most of us will have some clients every year who do both buy and sell with us, meaning one client takes care of two closings. So really, in most cases, you're looking for 8 or 9 clients to accomplish your 12 sales, which really means you don't need to find one client per week. You need to find 3 a month, significantly less than 1 a week. Your sole objective, especially starting out as a newer agent and someone who isn't hitting this number yet, your sole objective is to prospect to accomplish this. Now, as you're watching this, does it sound that hard to meet one prospect per week? It really doesn't. I bet you're going, wow, that actually sounds kind of easy. So why do agents fail? Why do agents not do it? They don't do the work. They don't do the prospecting. I can almost promise that you can do this. So let's look at a sample year. This comes from 30 plus years of me doing this and talking to a lot of friends of mine who are top producers at coach agents that teach. What does a sample year look like? If your goal is 12 closings at 250,000 to do $3 million this year, there's really 3 places leads should come from. Remember, we said we're not buying leads and we're not doing this based on being given leads. So if you get 4 of your closings from open houses, 4 of your closings from your sphere of influence, friends, family, people from your previous job, etc., and 4 closings from another source, whether it's going to networking events, doing a mail or farming neighborhoods, social media, that's a very good breakdown. You don't have all your eggs in one basket. You're not doing everything from open houses. You're not doing everything from social media. But if you add those things up, that's a 12 closing year. Guess what? You just hit your numbers. And you know what's really great about that? That's only one deal in every 3 months from open houses. That's only one deal in a quarter from your sphere. And that's only one deal per quarter from something else. You don't need to generate 50 social media leads this month. You just need to generate these 12 deals. Hopefully you look at that and go, wow, that actually doesn't look that hard. It's not. It actually is much easier than most people think. Again, why do agents fail to do it? They don't put in the effort, or they don't understand what it takes to do it. There's another statistic that's cool about open houses. The average agent gets a closing from every 3 open houses they do. So if you do 1 open house a month, you're going to get more closings. You're going to get your 4 closings and probably get more because you'll probably pick up some buy sells there. Your sphere of influence, that really varies. If you grew up where you live and where you're listening to this from and where you work and you've been there for 30 years and you know everybody, or if you just moved there last week and got your real estate license, your sphere obviously is a variable depending on the quality. And the marketing you do, the networking, that's on you. If you do the work, you're going to get these deals. But that's what a 12 closing year should look like. 3 different categories of work generating 4 closings each. Now, you're looking at this doing the same thing I am. If you do open houses every other week, instead of just 1 a month, do 2 a month, you're going to get more closings. If you do open houses almost every week of the year, you're going to get a lot more closings. But this is a 12 closing year. This works for part-time agents. This works for new agents. You don't have to be the best agent, the most experienced agent, the most knowledgeable. This works for everybody. So here's your to-do list. I never like to use the word guarantee, but I will almost use it if you do this, that you are going to hit your 12 closings. Do 1 open house per month. Now, the quality of the open house matters. Doing a house that just came on the market that's going to get 20 people through versus one at the end of a dead-end cul-de-sac buried in a neighborhood that's been up for 8 weeks and you're going to be lucky to get 1 person. The quality matters, but do a decent open house once a month. Post 2 professional social media posts per week. Professional means not a picture of you at a bar, not a picture of you playing with your dog. Real estate-based professional social media. Every week, talk to 5 to 10 people in your sphere of influence. I like to call them care calls. They're not calling friends going, hey, you want to buy a house? They're just calling friends, staying in touch with them, keeping in touch, keeping your name, your face in the front of their memory, and making sure they know you're in real estate, that you'd be glad to help them if they ever need it, if they ever know anyone needs a realtor. But 5 to 10 people a week, calling 5 or 10 friends a week, call one each day when you're driving home, and you're good. Farm a 250 home neighborhood, or 3 neighborhoods that add up to that. Farming can be postcard mailings, it can be hanging flyers, it can be door knocking. Door knocking is starting to concern me, I'll be honest, since people keep getting shot for knocking on the wrong door. But going out to the neighborhood garage sale, talking to people. But farm 250 homes. Keep your ears open. If you're standing in line in the Starbucks, odds are someone in that building is talking about real estate. Just listen. You go to a wine tasting, go to a charity event, go to a networking event. People are talking about real estate everywhere we go. Keep your ears open so you have a chance to talk about it. Please, especially for newer agents, but I'll tell you what, this applies to veterans too. I take at least 2 classes every month. I have a coach. I'm always trying to learn more. I'm always trying to improve my skills, and all of us should. Every month, attend a training and focus on trainings that are about generating business. Going to a class on how to fill in a contract's great, but take classes on how to use social media to get business, how to ask for referrals, how to cold call, how to do a better open house. 1 class a month, webinar, book, live class, 1 class a month, just one, not asking you to do 5, just one, on something that will help you close deals and get clients. Do your follow-up. The people you meet at open houses, call them, email them, follow up with them, follow up with your sphere, follow up with past clients. And if you can do it, I understand a lot of new agents can't afford it and they need it more than anyone in a way. Get a coach if possible. Hire a coach. If your brokerage has good coaches, look into the brokerage coaching programs. If you can't afford a coach, get into training groups, go to more trainings, find a veteran agent who's willing to mentor you, but get help, get someone holding you accountable, get someone helping you, get someone answering your questions. I coach agents that are doing $25, $35 million a year. They still need a coach. I run a big team, does a lot of business. I have a coach. You never outgrow that. You never do. So if you can get a coach, get a coach. If you can't afford a coach, figure out a mentor, figure out more training, get help. Don't do it on your own. Okay. So what does it take to do a $6 million year? You hit 3 million. What's your next goal? Double it. So what does it take to do a 6? Guess what? If you just double the things you did, instead of doing 1 open house a month, do 2. Instead of making 5 to 10 calls a week, make 10 to 20. Follow up better. You just double what I just showed you and you'll go from 3 to 6. But here's a secret about real estate. It is a lot easier to go from 3 to 6 than it is to go from 0 to 3. The more business you do, the easier it is to grow your business. So starting out as a newer agent, getting to that first 3 million a year is far, far harder than going from 3 to 6 or 6 to 10. Why? Well, one, you're going to start to receive referrals. The more clients you have, the more referrals you're going to get. As the years go by, your past clients will use you again and again. Those are deals that just fall in your lap. A client will call and say, hey, we want to sell the house and buy another one. Come help us. Your reputation starts to grow, as does your brand. Your name starts to be known. People have seen your name. They go, oh yeah, I've heard of him or her. Guess what? Your average price point is going to increase over time. Your clients you sell this year that buy $250 in 5 years are going to sell that for $350 or $320 or whatever the escalation is, and they're going to buy for $4 something. Organically, home values keep going up and up. Even if we have a year that's a blip and they go down for a year, they go back up. So your average price point is going to increase, which means you need to sell less homes to do the same volume or more. And your percentage of buy-sell clients is going to increase dramatically over time. So It's much easier. You're going to find you needed to do 12 deals at 250,000 to do 3 million. You don't need to do 24 deals to do 6 because your average is going to go up. In fact, you can do $6 million on 12 deals. It's just where you stand, what clients you attract, and how you market. So doubling the effort from 3 to 6 is actually not going to take you from 3 to 6. It's going to take you from 3 to 7 or 3 to 8 because of the variables, the things that change in the market. So this $3 million model can be a $6 million, it can be a $9 million, it can be a $12 million. I told you most people don't really break it down this way. But when you think about, wow, I only have to do 1 closing a month, and I only have to find 3, maybe 4 prospects to do that, being a realtor becomes a whole lot more manageable. What's the key takeaway here? Yes, your average price really does matter. If your average price is below 250,000, you're going to have to close more houses to do 3 million. If it's above 250, the opposite's true. You know, a $500,000 closing equals 2 closings in this scenario. So depending on your market average price, your needed closings will change. I go home to Philadelphia and the average price is far higher than it is here. But so is cost of living. If you go out to buy a house, you're going to pay more. So don't give up on and say, wow, I don't need to do 12 houses. I only need to do 7 or 8. If you have a higher average price, your business plan still should be for 12. And if you want to grow beyond that, it should go to 18 or 24. Don't take it easy and say, oh, wow, my average price is 500. I don't know. I only need to do 6 deals. Then you're limiting yourself. You're limiting your income and your potential. So use 12 starting out. If you've hit 12, let's go to 18. Let's go to 24. And let's put our business plan together there and put the effort in and make more money and live our best lives. So short video, this is certainly just a starting point, but hopefully I gave you a roadway, a map, a track that you can get on and follow. It's not that complicated. It's not that hard. I truly believe every one of you can do this. I believe every one of you can double it. I believe every one of you can triple it. So get out there, do it. Have a great, great week, weekend, month. Go sell some houses. See you on the next video.